Всем привет! Мы продолжаем нашу Андромеду в Mass Effect. Так, чё ж, в общем, разобрался я тут чуть-чуть. У нас по журналу что? Есть задание. Освоиться на Нексус. Это дополнительное я выбрал. Можно выбрать основное, потом еще 4. Ну, давайте сначала освоимся, чтобы понимать, что мы делаем, куда и как. Потому что, блин, без понимания дела нечего соваться. Так, расскажи-ка мне, чувак. А, это девчонка.
All right, what happened? To who? To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
Так, а что сказать-то? Больше его нет. Это жаловаться. Это наглость. Наглыми будем. Шестеренка, значит, мы на стройке. А сердечко любовь. Так, что выбирать-то будем? Давайте шестеренку.
I don't want to get into it. Things went wrong. And now I'm the one you have to deal with.
Alec Ryder wouldn't accept that kind of ultimatum. Damned if I will. We'd never have left home if we... Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack, they disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. That's how bad it is. Not sure who started it, but we're calling them Ket. Kandros will know more. Maybe too much.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
You've had no colony successes in over a year? How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus as Citadel, not headed by Tan, or even me.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends, or...?
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a Pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Так, что-то я не то нажал, пока
It's
читал.
Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you.
Ну
Why
да,
I don't
как
trust
я и
you.
говорил, будем разгребать все
Prove
сейчас.
me wrong.
Так, а что я там еще не спросил у нее?
Something you want, Ryder? You'll have to see to your own ship.
Да
I'm
ты
not
не
here to
грызайся,
dictate
коза,
you.
вот.
How do you fit into the Nexus leadership?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And here we are, idling.
Так, и вот это.
There's also this strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
Все. В общем,
Excuse
пошли.
me, Director Addison.
Of course, Ryder.
Так, тут мы все посмотрели. Теперь у нас задача другая. Со всеми пойти поболтать дальше. Так, они где-то наверху, что ли? А, нет, 54 метра. Вот, 17 метров, пойдемте поближе. Да, блин, все время забываешь, что надо удерживать.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
I thought I didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel. I keep mine.
And when you disagree?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable, so how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Так. Что случилось-то, мать его? Что у нас важнее? Ксемон и Гипертрон? Обучение. Какое обучение? Так. Вроде все правильно. Так. У нас новое задание с чистого листа. Угу. Это понятное дело. Это было дополнительное задание? Погоди-ка. Так. Нет, ну это мы все сделали. Со всеми надо поболтать, в общем. Потом вернемся к этому. Так, стопэ. Что случилось?
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Whoever's doing this has to be stopped before someone gets seriously hurt.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm an engineer, not a PI. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Давай возьмем, будем помогать
Sure
всем.
thing.
А чё бы
What can I
нет?
do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
Давайте побегаем, посмотрим.
No,
дополнительную, одну просто для разнообразия. Информационная стена. Ладно, так, тут, блин, столько надо смотреть всего, это просто можно с ума сойти. Так, саботаж на станции. Журнал. Задачи на ЛЭ. Нексус. Вот, давайте ее выберем. Куда нам драпать? Я просто хочу научиться разобраться с этими, со всеми штуковинами, потом, чтобы беспалевно все делать. Так, ага.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Тут проводку портит.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Что за диверсанты бегают тут, а?
Be surprised. There's also birdvine in the seed bank.
Nobody's making creeper in Andromeda.
You'd be surprised.
Так, ну мы все посмотрели. Чё? Тут поговорили, тут поговорили. С какой турянкой поговорить расстроившейся? Ну, я же все посмотрел. Еще раз, что ли? Кто? А, вот с тобой?
This is a nightmare. It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
Сейчас
What
узнаем.
exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would.
Короче, тут вообще бардак творится, все друг на друга. Ну так всегда. Проводили же опыты, сажали на 300 дней людей в одну камеру там, что как они как будто летят до Марса. И в конце там они чуть друг друга не перебили. Давай посмотрим.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Да, надо с этим чуваком надо поговорить, что ли? Что, мы потрещали. И чё? Все проверили. Ну, вот тут-то мы тоже посмотрели все. Ну, просканировали. И что дальше? Сейчас с нами разговаривать не хочет. Там не пропало, внизу пропало. Где-то еще наверху, что ли, есть эти панели? Пойдем-ка глянем. Да куда уж выше-то? Только ниже. Ну, ниже тоже посмотрели. А что надо сделать-то? На каком-то складе. Ладно, в общем, это я потом без записи положу. В общем, тут геморройно. Давайте по сюжетке. Так, давай назад. Саботаж. Нет, не до саботажа надо. То есть... Куда нам драпать-то теперь? Еще ниже. Погнали вниз. Вернемся на базу, а что делать? Пока у нас имплант в башке не взорвался, и мы не сдохли тут посреди игры. В какой же игре я играл, там ему постоянно... в этом же Dying Light постоянно он там подыхать пытался от вируса. Вот если тут так же будет, это вообще будет не круто. Так, нам куда? Ну, я-то прилетел, приехал. Ага.
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And
Короче,
only you.
мы
I
теперь
can
будем
act as a
крутыми,
force multiplier,
с компьютером в башке.
dramatically enhancing your
Всех будем
motor and hearing
нагибать.
skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Давай вот так, только командовать буду
But the
я.
human's still in charge, right?
Of course, I was never intended to supplant the Pathfinder, only to support and enhance your abilities.
Good to hear. So what's the plan?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Опа! Мгм. То есть мы можем теперь улучшать... Тык-тык-тык-тык-тык. Ух ты, тишь, кстати же. Короче, тут, блин, много чего интересного. Давай инженера включим. Ничего, ранг 1. Новый бой. Чтобы выйти, нажмите Escape. Escape. Ясно. Так, что? Что это у нас такое тут стоит? Тайны семьи Райдеров. А давайте тайну разгадаем.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you.
Чего
It's
там?
open now.
Да, я понял. Так. С чистого листа. Ну и что, нам к кораблю уже бежать надо? Вот. Давайте вот это поставим. Потом уж... Вообще надо побегать везде, хочу посмотреть. Так. Все ближе, ближе. А, мы уже здесь.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. Needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a being.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait. I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay. Something new every day.
Давайте что-нибудь спросим. А чего бы нет? Состояние брата да
Do
надо
you
знать.
know anything more
Семейство.
about Scott's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing Scott with the very best care possible. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
Печально.
What did he mean by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between two life forms. A flower provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen for the flower. The bee gains nourishment, and the flower can propagate. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal.
Сейчас он доразвивается, чувствую, и захватит потом вообще все в конце игры.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field. This raw data enables me to provide real-time feedback and analysis of the situation.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
You removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Так, еще вопросы у нас есть? Во.
I take it you're based here in Samnode?
Correct. This is where my core processing unit resides. However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a SAM, Simulated Adaptive Matrix. Each is an artificial intelligence designed by Alec Ryder to support Pathfinders and their teams.
Папаша
But
создал,
AI
короче.
is illegal in the Milky Way. How did my dad get around that?
Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was conducted in secret.
А, да, ясно.
So there are
Все
other
всегда
Sams out
втихаря
there?
делают,
Correct.
чтоб народ
However,
не знал.
your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
Ладно, что, все узнали?
That's all for now.
Of course.
Пойдем глянем, что за там у нас. Это осталось. Маркер один. Так. Так а что опять-то сюда-то, не пойму.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
А, посмотреть. Вот, точно. Я что-то стормозил. Давай посмотрим, что там
Let's see it.
This
показывает.
memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Короче, отшили предложение.
Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Wow, hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
It would seem his obstinance extended to me as well.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Ясно. Сейчас что-нибудь еще узнаем.
Of course.
Что папаша там не хотел никому говорить. И нам в том числе. Так. Ну, мы здесь. Что тут поискать-то? Книжки вот, да, почитать.
Printed books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too. Coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
Почитаем.
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
То есть он их не может, только те вот эти две. Раз, два, да? Про маму почитаем.
Suddenly my career doesn't matter. This incredible woman I've been married to all these years. She's facing the end. All I think about are the times I wasn't there for her. Well, that's going to change. It occurs to me that Sam might be more than I ever imagined. The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man. Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back. She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Liara Tassoni, huh? She studied the Protheans. When my team used to dig up artifacts, we'd debate her work. She had some pretty controversial theories, as I recall. Never gained much traction.
I have loaded Dr. Tassoni's research onto datapads.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me. Most scientists dismiss my work, but I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older. So we will see who has the final word. In the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful.
Интересно, тут нужно с кем-то договариваться.
I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Ну, не полетел, зараза, а? Последний.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Scott. Dr. Tapero says he'll be fine, but he's my son. How can I not worry? I hate to leave him like this.
Почему не исчезает? Мне каждый раз кликать надо мышкой. Вася.
It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever. Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
Че, вроде все посмотрели. Зашифрованную не прочитаешь, да? Ясно. Что нам дальше? Куда? Кофеварка. Ага.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
Ясно, нам подогнали. А, тут еще вон что-то есть.
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilizations spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
Как бы вот эти вот, которые пропали-то, не были теми, что тут зачищают все.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
Что еще можно посмотреть? Тут ничего. А, по заданиям ты... А, вон еще фрагмент аудиозаписи. Ёлка-макарёк.
When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts. We must look to the evidence itself. The Protheans constructed the Citadel and an incredible network of mass effect relays. This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
Так, где еще есть? Здесь нет. Тут нет. Кофеварку глянули, здесь почитали. И что дальше? Что за значок у нас на карте? А, спуститься вниз, лесенка. Так, ладно. Ну. Ну, так мы искали. Блин, я не знаю. Что дальше нам делать? Так. С чистого листа это мы... А, так еще искать этих артефактов надо. В общем, тут мы будем бегать до потери пульса. Так, что в кодексе у нас... Ага, так. Давайте все-таки вернемся на корабль и поболтаем со всеми, кто нам предложит, что, какие варианты-то вот, насчет того, вот это, да. Потрещать на... А, ну, с одним поговорили, артефакты мы поискали, как бы задание-то все, тю-тю. Да не упирайся ты в стенки-то. Так, тут мы вроде все позырили, посмотрели. Ну да. Узнали немного о семье. А почему в команд... А, тут еще можно выбирать, куда ехать. Блин, не туда нажал. Нам же на Нексус надо. Командный центр, да? Нам куда? На самый верх? Так. Так. А что с тобой потрещать можно? О чем? Доп. Задание?
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
Так, Тувианцев, ладно.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Со всеми потрещать. Это вот все задания здесь у нас, да?
We can start building a bank of
То
vaccines
есть...
once we get more biomaterial.
А почему так много-то стало? Не было ж ни черта. А, освоиться. Ну, в общем, надо бегать со всеми болтать. Все правильно. Поговори со мной, куда побежал-то? Что, боишься, что ли? Все, не будем прослушать, просто поболтаем.
You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Это что пришел там встал?
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography,
Встречать тоже пришел, походу.
Aerodontics, the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Ясно. Значит, надо потрещать со всеми. Так, на тебе нет метки. Пойдем дальше. Нет, надо освоиться, задание завершить. Наверное, на этом закончим. А потом уж побежим к кораблику нашему.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
Так, ну тут, в общем...
Later.
Пропадет? Пропадет. Так, еще осталось немного поболтать. Кстати, тем более болтали. И все перезапустилось после того, как мы чип все починили в башке. Нужно просто поболтать.
Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human arc. We'll find them.
We have to. Tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
Давай потом потрещим.
Thanks for your time.
Мне главное все маркеры убрать.
You will find our futures depend on each other's success. Good luck.
Так, и что у нас осталось? Задание освоить Нексус, поговорить с учеными. Ну, выполнили, все. Так, что ж, давайте тогда добежим до нашего корабля. Так, дополнительные кончились у нас, да? То есть, ну да, и не нажимается даже. Так. Погнали. Надо додрапать. Тут вроде у нас все в порядке. С этими там в дополнительный потом уж как-нибудь так. А где выход, я что-то не пойму. Так, с тобой трещал.
I'm certain, Professor.
Да я понял, что вам до хрена от чего надо. Но для этого надо улететь на планету. Блин, я думал грохнулся куда-то. Так а чего у меня не поднимается выше-то? Так, или там был проход. Вот, блин, я уже по карте заблудился, но это капец. Так, тут у нас ничего интересного. Да? Все что-то болтают, рассказывают. Вот сюда. Так, нам куда ехать-то надо? Криоотсек. Жилая палуба. А, вот. Стыковочный отсек. Ну что хоть показывают, даже здесь маркер куда. А то так вот и года сиди. Ой, подружайка пришла наша.
Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style. They call her the Tempest.
Нормальный такой воздушный транспорт. Эпичный.
Let's go take a closer look.
Не буду задаваться вопросами реальности в игре, но как он вперед
Let's pick it
петунул
up a
носом.
bit, people. We're 14 months late. So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
What's the rush?
Just don't want to waste any more time.
Hold it, hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest's supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know.
И здесь
I
все
got
по
a
блату.
family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Thank goodness. For a sec I thought I was going to have to deal with Addison again.
And no one wants that. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Весьма красивый кораблик. Ну что, у нас опять под конец загрузочка? А, нет, нормально.
Everything state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Ah, glad to see you looking well.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
Погнали.
It's really going to be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're
Очки у
ready to
нее
fly,
классные.
head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
Ну все, что, в общем, если что, мы можем сваливать в любое время на планету, как я понял, да? Эх, в глазах у нее радость, ты смотри какой. Так, нам куда? Где наша каюта? Посмотри бы на каюту, блин.
The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table or just get the crew together.
Офигеть. Я не понял, мы как, на планете или это все нарисовано там компьютером облачка? Вот в чем беда. Ой, а с другой стороны, что у нас? И тут облачка. Ну, без света было все в тумане. А это все понятно. Так, куда нам надо? Нам надо... Так, это... Ой, блин, я думал, сейчас провалюсь. Так, нам нужно куда? В каюту сходить? Куда показывать? А, на мостик? Нет. А где наша каюта-то?
That's the biolab. We can grow plants for food and oxygen, keep any specimen safe.
Ясно, это лаборатория.
Our tech
Блин,
lab is
он
an
прям хочет
engineer's dream.
поболтать.
It's perfect for any delicate technical work.
Check this toy. Seems like we're forever racing, but there's always time to check out new toys. Useful ones.
I'm all about what's useful.
Oh, this is. Especially if you grabbed anything from Habitat 7. Raw minerals, tech, doesn't matter. The research station will strip that stuff down, give you options.
We can craft our way through. Turn the junk we find into an advantage.
Hey, with tech like this, it won't be junk for long. Not after we're through. If the best we get is what we make, still the best. Check it out.
Так. Исследование. Опа. Броню. Усиление. Оружие. То есть, наконец-то мы можем что-то исследовать. Давайте броню попробуем. Так. Ага. Пробел продолжить. Давай. И что мы можем сделать? Ну, выбрал я. Опа! Вот это и поперло у нас. То есть можем теперь крафтить всякие ништячки. А по оружию то же самое, да? Гранатомет снизу у него или что? А у нас что есть с собой? Ох ты, да тут, блин. Да идти же, пассатижи. Ну, в общем, тут, ребят, прям, мама, не горюй. Маска какая-то, лучше играет. Везде маркер Mass Effect, ё-моё. Ладно, ладно. В общем, по ходу надо будет искать чертежи и все тут крафтить. Так, а в разработке... Так мы еще можем и оружие разрабатывать. Вот те раз. То есть нам нужно, вот не хватает красненьких, да? Ладно, я тут поковыряюсь, разберусь. Думаю, на этом мы закончим. Ох. Красотища! Всем, ребята, огромное спасибо за просмотр. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки. Всем пока-пока.